Hi everyone. I don't know if anybody's here yet. I'll just give you a moment there to come on. And for those of you that have never been on my page before, just to tell you a little bit about myself, that my name is Christine Mulvihill, and I'm a therapist and a psychic medium. I do lots of different therapies. I'm also a spiritual teacher where I teach people courses of Reiki, integrated energy therapy, magnified healing, and I also do psychotherapy and clinical hypnosis. So today I'm just going to come on to talk about mediumship. And I don't know if there's anybody on there yet, so I'll just wait a while and see. I think there might be somebody there. I can see something there. Okay. I don't know, I'll just wait a while anyway, because I'm just going to talk really about mediumship today. That's basically what I'm doing. So I'll just wait there for people to come on. But I'm not doing cards or anything. I'm doing the cards. The cards are in the morning at 10:15 to 11:15. Okay, so I'll just put on a bit of music there while I'm waiting for people to come on. And I hope you're all having a good Sunday, or Saturday, sorry, my apologies. Okay, so I just might put on a little bit of music there. I'll just give you time to come on. Oh, hi Dee, how are you? Hi Teresa. Hi Colette, how are you? Thanks guys for joining me. And today I'm really just on to talk, to just have a chat with you about mediumship. And you know, always when I think of always when I think about mediumship, I think about thanks a million Catherine, my love, when I was one time in the Art of Finlay College, when I did discover after many years, when I used to be doing healing with people, I often felt that people were coming in and talking to me, but for a while I thought I was going mad, you know. And anyway, one day here, there was a lady came to me, and the minute she lay on the bed, I just heard a guy saying, "This is David, and please tell her I'm okay." So I did, and the poor woman nearly fell off the bed because it was her only child and he had died suddenly of a brain aneurysm. So she was so thrilled and delighted with the message. So I thought, yes, I am a medium, so I'm going to go away and I'll train to do it properly. And thankfully I have trained with some of the best teachers in the world, you know. And I do sit here with people now, myself, with my own students, and help them to develop their gift. But it was so funny, I was over in the Art of Finlay College many years ago, and it's amazing how you never think about things. And this girl that I never saw before, I was working with her, and she was doing a reading for me, and the next thing she said to me, like when I was younger, I went to school in the North Main Street, like, which is in the kind of city really in Cork, and we'd walk home every day. And when I was younger, I was probably about 8 or 9, but that time now it was dead safe, like we'd all go to school together and come back together. But I used to go into the Undertakers down at the end of Shandon Street and say a prayer. And when I think about it now, you know, I'd be sitting there, you know, like kids do, and I'd be saying a prayer, and I'd be saying, "How did you die?" You know, I'd look at the name on the coffin, and then I'd say, "What happened?" in my head now. And I'd hear the person saying to me, oh, I died of a heart attack, or this happened, or I was very sick. And I'd say, "Oh, okay." And I never dawned on it. And I was over in the Art of Finlay College, and this lady that I never saw before in my life said to me, "You know, you were a medium all your life." And I said, "God, no, you're mistaken." And I nearly fell off the chair. The next thing she said to me, "I can see you here as a child, and you're going into somewhere like a funeral parlour, and you're kneeling down and you're saying a prayer, and you're talking to the people that you're saying the prayer for." And I nearly actually fell down the floor myself. I said to her, "I actually can't believe that I never put two and two together, you know, that I actually was a medium even then without realising it, you know." And And at the start when I discovered mediumship, I suppose I resisted it, because I didn't understand it, and I didn't believe I was, and I thought it was all in my head and stuff like that. And now I have to say, like, how humbled, blessed and grateful I am every day of my life that I can do a reading for somebody and bring in their loved one in spirit, give them some comfort. And I've had that myself, because my parents are in spirit, and I've lots of people. I used to work in a cancer support centre, so lots of the beautiful ladies I met in there are in spirit. So now for me to be able to sit and get a message from the spirit world myself, I just think it's amazing. It's so fantastic. And also for us to realise, like, that love, like life, is eternal. Your physical body may leave, but we know as mediums, because of the messages that we get, that really our spirit never dies. Our spirit is eternal. And I laugh and I think about to think that I had to go up to the Art of Finlay College to a woman that I never met before in my life for her to remind me that I actually was a medium even as a child, So it's amazing sometimes how it happens, and as I say, it is a great privilege, and it's working with spirit. It's all working with spirit, however we do it. Whether it's Reiki, whatever healing modality, we're just channels for spirit. And what a fantastic thing to do for anybody, Because as I say, I've had many messages myself, and it's so beautiful to be able to just pick somebody in an audience and just bring in their parent, maybe their child. It's so beautiful for them to get a message and to get that little bit of comfort, to know that they're connecting with them, and to be able to do it is such a great privilege, So I might, I'm not supposed to do this now. I am talking about mediumship, but I do have James Van Praag's cards here. And I have to say also that I've been very blessed, because I've worked with some of the best teachers in the world, Never did I believe in any day that I'd be teaching all this stuff myself, never ever, But I did work with, as I say, I'm very privileged with all the amazing teachers that I sat with myself and learned, And now for me to be able to be teaching other people is wonderful, Thanks, May. Thanks, my love. And, I'm laughing at this morning's talk because the guy that organised it must have forgot I was on here and he kept ringing me. So I had to cut you off to answer him, Because I'm, with technology, if somebody even texts me on this or they're trying to add me as a friend or anything, I can't. I have to focus on the page because you might never again see me. So I will do. No, I don't usually do spirit messages online. I do my service once a month where I do on Zoom and I bring in people from the spirit. And as I say, it's a joy and a privilege for me to be able to do that. It's so humbling and so amazing to be able to do it. But today I will here. I don't usually do this now, but today I might. It's funny. I had to go out there, and as I was driving back, I did feel I did feel a man connecting with me, and I did feel about this man that he was always sweeping the path wherever he lived, He showed me a council house, but I think he was very proud of his home and his wife. They were very, I won't call them house proud, no, I'll just say that they loved their little home, and they were very proud of it, And I feel like they had a nice garden. They were always tending to the garden. May, would you understand any of this? I don't know why now I just heard your name, May. So I don't know if you'd understand that, May. I don't know if you're there, May. You might be gone there now for a minute. But anyway, I'm just going to continue on with this man. I feel this man was a quiet man, and I feel like that both him and his wife were very, okay. I don't know if they only had 2 children. I don't think they had many children, but I feel they're very meticulous about their home. Brushing the footpath and cleaning the windows, and the house is meticulous. That's what I want to say, May, I don't know if you're there, my love. I'm only doing spirit cards today, guys, Just links from spirit. So, okay, so I'll just, oh good Lord, yeah, I didn't see all the people up here. This is me, I focus on 2 and 3 and I forget that there's loads of other people there as well. Okay, so I'll just leave that there a while until May comes back. But I don't usually, as I say, do the spirit messages like this. I do them on Zoom. And you know, I will soon. No, you don't understand that, May. Does anybody here understand? And I do feel it's their parents. People that were very fussy about their home. It wasn't a big home. It was like, I don't know why though, do I feel that it's in the north side of Cork? That's what I'm thinking here. And I feel like that the man was always cutting the hedge. They were very fussy about their garden. Anybody here understand that? Okay, and there's a man connected. I feel there's a man over there with him called Joe. Anybody here understand any of that? Okay, I'm just going to pick a card and see. As I say, I've never done this before live, but I did feel that man connecting with me. Okay, as I was just driving there before I came back, because I'm just sitting here in my therapy room. Now, I do feel this man had an illness all around his tummy here. Whoa, excuse me. And I feel it was a long illness, bravely born is what I want to say. Because I feel he's nauseated, he's ill for a long time. And God love him, it gave him all he had to do. He was trying to like pretend he was okay because he didn't want anybody worrying about him. That's the kind of man he was. A very gentle, kind of lovely man. That's what I want to say about him, you know. I feel he passed before his wife. That's what I would say. But I think he was like, you know, he wasn't a young man when he passed. Okay. Could anybody here take any of that? Okay, Amanda. Amanda, could you take any of that? Is anybody here? Okay, no, May, it's not you. I don't know why, May, I felt a connection to you. Isn't that strange now? And I do feel this man was interested in trains. And like, definitely I feel he had a train set, which was very precious to him. Anybody understand any of that? No? No. Is that a no from everyone? Now, if this helps, I don't know, why do I see this man? And I think he had a connection with people that lived near water. Lived near a bridge and water. Anyone understand any of this? See, that's why I like to do the mediumship privately, because I think the people that are there are waiting for the messages, you know. Sometimes live here people's heads kicked in and they can't think, and, you know, so that's why I never do this live, you know. So I might just continue on for a while to talk about mediumship and to help you understand how mediumship works. And really how mediumship works is like when you sit in a circle. And you know, I do run circuits here for many years. I've been doing that. Running circuits here where people expand their intuition and, you know, practice mediumship and also develop there's a lot of work involved in mediumship, you know. People think that it just comes like that, but I promise you, like, of all the training I've done as a psychotherapist and as a hypnotherapist and all the other trainings that I've done, the mediumship was probably the most difficult thing it was probably the most difficult thing and the most, I suppose, a lot of time that you put into it. And also, like, you know, when you have one-on-ones, it's fantastic, you know. I did a reading there for somebody in Texas today and it was absolutely amazing. But when it's in an audience, because sometimes people won't resonate with what you take, or I saw a fantastic medium one night he did the most amazing mediumship link for somebody. And because he said that the man was 43 and he was 45, she said no, she dismissed the whole thing. But he even got his career, he got all about his children, he got everything right, you know. So sometimes people's heads kick in, and that's why really I prefer to do it privately, you know. But today I was just coming on to talk about mediumship, and if anybody had any questions on mediumship that they wanted to ask, I'm quite happy to answer any question that I can. But, you know, to realise that the work that goes into mediumship and the training of it, you know. Like I've been very lucky, as I say, I've worked with Mavis Fatilla, Tony Stockwell, James Van Prague, some of the best mediums in the world, Eileen Davies, Paul Jacobs, and And I've been at the Art of Finlay College a few times. So it's like you're constantly learning, you know. You never know too much as a medium, you know. And I think, you know, and I think with all this work, you need to be the eternal student, you know. And as I say, I've been about 30 years doing all of this training, you know, and I'm trained in all areas, mentally, to work mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. But I will always upgrade and always want to do more courses, because I think there's always more learning. There's never a time when we know it all, you know. So if anybody does want to link, I don't know, why do I feel about that man? Okay, does anybody here have a watch belong to a man that was very precious to him? Anybody here understand that about a watch? No, I don't think I'm going to do any cards, because I don't feel anybody's responding, you know. I just came on, as I say, to talk about mediumship, because I don't think anybody is would anyone understand an old watch that they had belonged to a man that was very precious to him? You can say yes or no, like, please, but I need a response if I'm going to do this. See, like when nobody responds, the energy just dies. So, if Colette, thank you, Colette. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Yes. Yes. And would you understand, Colette, that watch was so precious? Okay, 2 of you can relate to the watch. Okay. Thanks, Catherine. And you know, that's it. Like, that's why I don't like doing the mediumship like this publicly, because if people don't respond, the energy kind of slows down, you know. Okay. Now, I do feel that this man was always into walking places. Would any of the 2 of you understand that? That he walked a lot and that he loved being outdoors, and I feel he was very well known. Colette. Okay, Colette. Okay, Gail, can you take any of that? I do feel this man was like, I do feel he'd tip his hat if he met you in the street. I feel he was quite a gentleman, even though he was kind of stern too, you know. Okay, thanks, Jared. I feel he was quite stern, but he was a gentleman, and I feel he held himself very, like, he's very, he'd stand up very straight. He'd be always about his posture, you know. Okay, so it must be for you, I think, Colette. Okay. Now, Colette. Brilliant. Thank you, Colette. Colette, would you understand about this man that there's a younger man over there with him in the spirit? I feel like what this man is saying is that time waits for no man. So I think, Colette, yeah, I feel that's the message from that man, that he's saying, you know, that, you know, the way sometimes we put things off. And I feel, Colette, that this is for a son. Would you understand that? Yes. I feel he's saying that the way we put things off, sometimes that life is for living, and life goes by in it, like he's saying, goes by in a breath. So, you know, not to put things off. Actually, Colette, I feel he's talking about you, because he just said to me, you know, like, look, the card is, look, don't be afraid. And I know, Colette, you're a very powerful woman, and you're very intuitive, and you're very knowledgeable. But I feel he's talking about you, like, doing your healing work. That's what I feel, you know. And I do feel that he's trying to help you. Like, I feel, Colette, you're sitting in your room a bit more, and you're definitely much more in tune with the energy in your room. Would you understand that, Colette? Yeah, I definitely feel about this man. Would you understand anyone connected with him, Colette, called Daniel? Daniel or Michael? Would you understand that? Or Tom? Yeah. Okay. Like, I do feel he's a very nice man, but as I say, he's like strict. He's like, he wouldn't be like, that came to you. Yes, Colette, I think it's definitely for you, because the card is saying, like, you know, don't be afraid. And I do feel that, like, he's saying he wants you to do the work, that you're very good, Colette, at channeling healing with people. You're very, very good at it. And that man is trying to encourage you to do it, you know. Because he's saying he just keeps doing this look with the watch and saying time waits for no man. Time waits for no man. So I definitely feel that's his message, Colette, that he wants you to get moving. That's what he's saying, you know. And yeah, and he is saying, like, too, Colette, that you know how good you are at it, and he's saying don't let anything obstruct you. Your uncle was Tom. Okay, okay. Definitely, Colette, I feel that they're trying to encourage you to move forward, and you are making great progress, though. That's the first thing he wants to say to me, is that you're making great progress. And for some reason, Colette, he's showing me Judy Garland, and he's showing me the Wizard of Oz. So I think, Colette, that what he's saying is like that you have the magic with this, that you can do it. That you can do it, you know. So I'm just going to leave his love with you. But you see, as I say, when you do mediumship to an audience, it's totally different to doing it here. And that's usually how I do it on Zoom. And really, I didn't plan on doing this. I came on to talk about mediumship. But I was just drawn to, to do a card for somebody. Okay. Now, the minute I said that, I feel, so thanks, Colette, for working with me, and thanks for responding. But you can see now, Gerard and Colette, because I know you do all my demonstrations, you come to my Zoom thing, you can see the difference in doing it in a group in Zoom, you know. It's just very flat here and very slow, you know. And I know that sometimes people wouldn't register with things, you know. But the minute I picked up this card, I can see a woman with an old-fashioned sewing machine, making things on the sewing machine, you know. And I feel that this woman didn't have a lot of money, you know. She's taken me back in time, but I definitely feel she's saying that I feel she was a very good mother and a good homemaker and a good provider for her children. Okay. Now, I feel this lady wasn't old when she went to the spirit, you know. Okay. And I don't know why she's given me the name Julie. I don't know if that's connected with anybody here. She's definitely given me the name Julie. And I don't know if this lady was a bit deaf, because she's just taking me to my ear, or she had a problem with her ear, you know. Yeah. And I don't know if anybody would understand this, but I think somebody joined her in the spirit world lately. That's what she's saying to me, is that somebody else joined her in the spirit lately. But she's gone a long time to the spirit world. That's what I believe. And I feel she left young children after her. Can anybody understand any of that? Thanks, Colette. Okay. Anybody understand a lady with a sewing machine? No? No. No, guys, you see, it doesn't work this way. That's what I feel about it too, you know. So maybe I'm just going to talk a while about it. And, okay. Is there anybody online there this minute that was born in 1958? How weird is that now? That's just such a random thing that I just saw there. Somebody that was born in the year 1958. Anybody here online would understand that? Okay. Now, is there anybody here? Spirit Richie. Okay. Can you tell me, Spirit Richie, did you shoulder a coffin? Did you shoulder a coffin for somebody? Gail. Okay, Gail. Is this the 1958 Gail? Sorry, no. Do you understand that? Is that it? Do you see what I'm saying? It's just kind of too slow to the response on Facebook. That's why I usually do it over Zoom, you know. Yes. Okay, Gail. It's you. Okay. And Colette. Okay, the two of you. Okay. 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 Now, would either one of you understand that the lady went to the spirit world before the man? And she wasn't an old lady when she went to the spirit. Do you understand that? No, guys, this is painful. This is not going to work. This is not going to work. Sorry, no. No, thanks, Colette. Gail, okay, Gail, you understand that. Okay. Okay. Would you understand, Gail, had she 5 children? I don't know why I saw 6 and then I saw 5. No. Okay. Because I think I'm just going to talk for a while because the energy is dying. You see, you can't keep it going with this because it's too slow. Sorry, no, my apologies. But I was only going to come on to talk about mediumship. So maybe I'd stick with that, you know. So, and understand too, like that we all have the ability to be mediums. You know, it's a bit like, as I say, when people say you have a great gift. But really the gift is like, we all have the gift. Some people never open the present, you know. And the only difference between me and them is that I've opened the present and I've developed my gift. You know, that's the whole point. So, you know, but it is very comforting to know that, like, when your loved ones pass. I remember one time being at a course with Tony Stockwell and at his demonstration that night, and my mother wasn't passed long. She might have been gone about a year. But my mother was, my mother had a stroke, so she was in a wheelchair for 12 years. And when my mother passed, like, I was there, obviously, when she was making the transition, and I was connecting with the angels and asking them to, and, you know, I did kind of see her spirit leave her body. But obviously I never talked about it because it was never anything I wanted to say to anybody. And I remember being in Dublin at a course with Tony Stockwell, and he just came out on the stage and he said, I have a lady here, she's 88 years old, and she's telling me that she was in a wheelchair for maybe 10, 12 years of her life. And she's telling me that her daughter is here and that her daughter saw her spirit leave her body. I nearly fell off the chair. And my father was passed to the spirit world since I was 10. So she was here for many years after him. And like, my mother never looked at another man. She just said she couldn't wait to meet him again. And she spent her whole life just thinking, I'll be with your dad, you know, when that happens. And the next thing he just said to me, she just wants you to know that she's dancing with your dad in heaven. And I just thought it was so fantastic. It was so incredible. It just blew me away. It just blew me away, you know. So it is so lovely when you get a message like that. Like, that was such an intimate message to get from the spirit, you know. And as I say, nobody knew about it, only Tony, my mother and me, you know. So, and you know, it is true. Like, there's no such thing as death. It's death of the physical body, but our spirit is eternal and our spirit will go on. Because really, how could we channel messages like that? There's no possible way that you could do it, you know. And I think sometimes we're in our head so much, you know, even at demonstrations you see that somebody's nan might come in and they go, no, I never knew them. But you see, there's no time and space in the spirit world, so it doesn't mean that because you didn't know them, they know you. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes people get caught up in that in their head, you know. Okay, and I do, okay, I'm just going to pick a card and see what happens. And if nobody can take it, then I'm just going to go back to talking. Because, you know, I never do this live because of that. Because I think it's too slow. And it's like, you know, it's kind of, that's why I do the Zoom thing. Because I always have amazing nights with Zoom and great messages. Because all the people are contained there together and they're all ready to answer you, you know. Because you can build the energy, I suppose, really, you know. And I always get fantastic messages when I do that, you know. Okay. Now, okay. Is there anybody here? Okay. Okay. Is there anybody here having problems with a son? Having difficulty with a son in their family? Or like, are blaming themselves for something that went on with a son in their family? Anybody understand that here? No? Sorry, no. Hi, Marianne. Guys, I don't know. This isn't really working very well for me. Okay. Okay, and as I say, on the Zoom nights, it's fantastic. Like, I actually totally love doing the mediumship on Zoom because it always seems to be amazing, the messages, you know. So maybe I'll just carry on and talk a bit about the spirit, you know. And I'm not staying on for very long anyway, because really these talks should be only a few minutes, you know. But for anybody here that feels like that they might be mediumistic, or that they might be able to tune into the spirit, please know that you are mediumistic, you know. But it's like everything, you have to develop it, you know. It's like, if you could be a talented hairdresser. You could be born like being a talented hairdresser, but you really wouldn't be much good unless you trained. And that's the way I feel too about mediumship, you know. It's taken me many years to develop the mediumship and to teach the mediumship. And you know, that's the way I want to do it. I want to do it to the best of my ability, because like any other profession, you have to train for it, you know. So it should be the same with mediumship, you know. So guys, I might just pick one more card, and if it doesn't resonate with anybody, then maybe I'm going to close. But tomorrow, just to tell you, tomorrow morning I'll be on again at 10:15 for pick a card. I'll be on at 12 o'clock to talk about integrated energy therapy, and I'll come on at 4 o'clock to talk about hypnotherapy. So you know, it's interesting just to have a chat and learn, you know, a little bit about it. And, you know, I love all the work I do. I couldn't pick one therapy over another, because I love it all. You know, I think it's all wonderful. But it's just the more tools that you have, the more people you can please with the therapies, you know. So it's really not about us, you know. And I think that's the lovely thing, is that like, you know, somebody might be drawn to do hypnotherapy, another person might be drawn to do integrated energy therapy, somebody else might be drawn to sit in a circle. And I also do meditation. Somebody might be drawn to do meditation or mindfulness, you know. So there's all different tools, and there'll always be new healings, and there'll always be healings that, you know. And that's why I feel, as a healer, we shouldn't be getting stuck in one modality of anything, you know. That we should kind of, like, really, if I think about it, when I did that massage course about 30 odd years ago, if I had never moved beyond, I'm not doing cards, Catherine, sorry love, I'm just talking about the mediumship. But if I had stayed and just did massage for the rest of my life, then I look at all the people that I'd have missed helping, you know, people with healing, people with psychotherapy, people with regression, all the people that suffer from anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, all the circles that, well, obviously nobody's sitting here with me at the moment, but all the circles that I sit here with, you know, and all the lovely, all the fantastic charity events that all my circle here, who are a fantastic team of people, always volunteer. And like, we've raised thousands for all the different charities, and it's absolutely fantastic, you know. So it's not just me on my own ever, you know. Together we're always better. And I'm all about people supporting each other, you know. I will always be, like, I think, like, you know, women, we should be building each other up, not tearing each other down, you know. So I am always a big supporter of women, and men too, you know, if they want to join here. So really, you know, it's like, as I say, for all of us, it's, when you think about life, it's so short, you know. You think, and you know, there could be 20 people here, and the thing is, like, there could be 20 people, they won't all be drawn to the one person. So I don't understand people being competitive and all of that, because I always say, no one can compete with me, because I don't compete with anybody, you know. And that's what it should be, that we be our own, our own natural and powerful selves, because we're all powerful. Why would we want to copy? Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, would someone understand a couple in the spirit world that were constantly together day and night, that always did everything together? And the minute I see the card, I'm just hearing they went to yawl a lot when they were younger with their kids. Anybody understand that? No? No, guys, I don't know what's going on today. This has never happened to me before, but I don't usually do mediumship like this, because I love mediumship, but I think it's a very sacred gift, you know. Who said yes? Okay, brilliant. Because I was just going to give up. I was just going to say I'm giving up on this. Now, Would you understand, Una, is this your parents? Would you understand that your dad passed before your mum? Marianne, you'd understand it as well. Okay. Now, would you understand the dad passing before the mum? Any of you understand that? See, it's not going to work, guys, because it's too slow. That's the problem. Any of the two of you understand that? Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, there's me now swiping them away. Somebody said yes there now, but I can't see it. Una. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Marianne. Okay. So, Una, you would understand that. And Una, I know I saw Eleanor had up there that it was your mum's birthday. And you know, it's very hard and it's very sad, especially her first birthday. But would you understand, Una, that they did everything together? You know, they were a very united couple. And it was all about their family. They were big into the family, you know. And now, Una, would you understand that your dad was quite ill before he passed? That I feel like he said he tried to get better and then it didn't happen. Would you understand that? Yes, brilliant, fantastic. Okay. Now, would you understand, Una, that one of them was a bit hard of hearing and that everything would be very loud? If they'd on the radio to be very loud, you'd be nearly deaf. Okay, and I feel about your dad, Una, that he scanned the newspaper from cover to cover and read every word of the newspaper. And the news, you know. Yeah, and I think they were just very much into their family. If family was everything to them, you know. Okay, and I think Mother's Day was a big event. No. Okay. No, I don't know, guys. This isn't working. I think I'm just going to leave it. Marianne, would you understand that about your dad? Or is there too many here? See, it's too slow. Usually when people are together, obviously they can talk. But on this thing, it's just too slow. Do you know? It's just too slow altogether. Okay. Would you understand somebody recently did work to a grave, cleaned up a grave and did something to a grave? Any of you understand that? I can see like those little white stones in the grave, but definitely somebody did something else to the grave. It's like they cleaned it and weeded around it. No? No. Is that a no from everyone? Yes. Una, did you say yes to that? God, this is just... Okay. Una, did you say yes to that? You did. Okay. The newspaper, yes. You see, Marianne, I think I had two dads here. So I obviously had. Sorry, no, guys. Me again dropping the cards. Okay. Yes, your aunt did. Okay, Marianne, because I did see somebody cleaning up a grave and being fussy about a grave. And I could see the man scanning the newspaper, like every single word of it he'd scan. Every single word. And is there anybody connected with a Marianne called Eileen or Irene? And Una, I think this is your dad again, because I can see somebody had a big cabinet or a thing with all medals in it for Irish dancing. Would you understand that, Una? That's what I'm being shown. So I think they're having great fun with me here today. Thanks, Jared. So I think they're having a good laugh with me here today. Una, would you understand that? Somebody having a cabinet with all the medals in it? You have an aunt, Eileen. Thanks, Marianne. It's a bit like pulling teeth. You would, Una. Thanks a million. And I'm sorry now, guys, but it's a bit... Usually the mediumship is so fast, you know, that with this it's kind of slow, you know. Okay, and... Okay, and Marianne, I feel your dad is talking about shamrock. Would you understand that? Like, I feel this man has a big load of shamrock on his coat, on his lapel, for some reason. And the medals. Yes, Una. And I feel they were very proud of the medals. They were very proud of the medals, you know. Don't get me wrong, they were very proud of all their children, but the medals especially, they were very proud of, you know. And I'm laughing here because I think, like, your mother was always the boss, Una, but she'd let your dad think that he was. That's what she's saying here. Like, she's a clever woman, you know. Now, Una, have you been dreaming about your parents recently? Yes, the Shamrock, Marianne. So I think they're having a bit of the giggles with me. I think they're having a bit of fun with me, you know. The Shamrock was a big thing to him, Marianne, alright, your dad, you know. Your dad was very proud of being Irish. Yes, she was, Una, you're right. I'm laughing here at the two of them because it's hilarious. Now, were any of you recently dreaming about any of them? Did anybody have a dream recently about any of your parents? No? Is that no? Oh. Okay. No? Is that a no? No, guys. I'm just going to leave their love with you because I'm just going to leave their love with you guys because it's not working, you know. You're trying though. What's that about, Una? You're trying what? To contact him in your dreams, is it? No? See, I don't know. It's very difficult to do it over here, you know. So maybe I'll just leave it, guys. But I will be having, I don't know who that is now. Somebody else talking to me there. And honest to God, when people talk to me, when I'm on this, I can't do it because if I do, I lose you. So I'm still at that stage in the technology. But I will be having my demonstration of mediumship soon on Zoom, you know. And I'm actually going to do it on my own. And it's 2 hours of messages, you know. Yes, only you want to see them, you know. But sometimes when the time is right, sometimes it takes a long time for people to come from spirit, you know. And you can't guarantee that. That's one thing I have to say being a medium is that I always say to people, look, you can ask for somebody to come in. Now, 9 out of 10 times they may come in, but somebody else might come in that they don't want to hear from, you know, and I have to work. I can't say to the spirit world, go back. They don't want to talk to you. They want somebody else, you know. So I think, Una, you've definitely been thinking of doing something with a picture, or I don't know, did you frame a picture recently? But I definitely can see something around a photograph. Would you understand that, Emer? Or Una, sorry. I don't know where Emer came from there all of a sudden. No? Okay, no? Okay, guys, I'm just going to leave it because it's not even fair on the spirit, let alone ye. It's not fair on anybody, you know, because it's not working. But know that, like, all our loved ones in spirit, of course, love us and want us all to do well and want us to be happy. That's the main thing that I want to say, you know. And I am just going to pick a card now as messages from spirit. And I definitely feel there's somebody here that fell out with their family or something was going on around the family. And because I feel a man here talking to me and he's saying that there's nothing you could have done to sort it out. Okay, no. I'm just going to pick a few cards here and leave little messages. No, this is recently, Una, that somebody was looking at pictures and framed one. Or thought about framing one. No, it's not lots of little pictures. It's just somebody recently did something with the pictures. So, okay. And I think it's so reassuring, as I say, for us to know that that our loved ones in the spirit world do want us to be happy and are always trying to guide us and are always around us, you know, supporting us and caring us. So, okay, so the first message I got here is I will always point you in the right direction. And I think that's always important to know. That like the spirit world always want us to do well, want us to move forward, and want us to enjoy our life, you know. Now, this one is about somebody that used to worry a lot when they were here, you know, because the card just says, I have no worries, I have no more earthly worries, you know. And that's what we have to remember too when we pass to spirit. We don't have a physical body, we don't have to worry about anything, we don't have to go anywhere, and we don't have to do anything. So that's really about, okay. And I think this is a lady that worried about being on her own, that was kind of nervous about being on her own, about sleeping on her own, like in her own home. Anyone understand that? No. Okay. I'm just going to leave the messages with you guys because it's not working. Sorry now. And I will do my Zoom soon online, you know, because I love doing the Zoom, because I think people are so responsive on the Zoom. And it's not your fault, I'm not blaming you, but this is just too slow and it's not fair to be trying to do it, you know. And I was only supposed to do a chat anyway on Mediumship, and I've definitely done that. But for anybody that would like a card for the morning, if anybody has one question that they want to send me tonight, because I'm going to deal with the questions first tomorrow, because I've loads of questions there. And I did ask people to send me questions, so thanks a million for all the people that sent me the questions. Or for anybody that wants a card, I'll be on tomorrow, but I'll be on sharp at 10:15, and I'll be finishing on the dot at 11:15. And I look forward to it because I love to pick a card. You know, it's lovely, it's good fun, and it's but you know, it's only a card, so obviously if anything personal comes up, I would never ever disclose it here on a public forum. You know, it's a different thing when people come for a one-on-one reading. I'll open everything up then, and I'll, you know, as I say, I had somebody today on Zoom from Texas, and it was a fantastic reading, you know. But obviously I wouldn't open up anything personal here, you know. Una, I think, love, know too, like that you're deeply loved by your mum, and I know you miss her terrible, you know. But what we have to remember is the people in the spirit never want to see us sad when we're grieving. And I know we have to grieve too, it's a natural process, you know. But I think it's always worthwhile remembering they want to see us, they don't want to see us sad. They don't want, and of course we're sad because we're full of grief, you know. But sometimes even ask them to help you with the grief and help you to get through it, you know. And that's a process in itself, you know. So guys, as I say, tomorrow I'll be on at 10:15 for pick a card. I'll be on at 12 to talk about IET, which is integrated energy therapy. And I'll be on at 4 to talk about hypnotherapy. Okay? So I hope you all have a great evening, guys, and I see you tomorrow. And thanks a million for coming on. Thanks a million. Bye.